listening to the Sports Nuts.
And good morning and welcome to the very last and final edition of the College Football Show. Next week, we go back to the Saturday Sports Show because we have ended and satisfied all of our needs. The National Championship game, we'll talk about that coming up on the 19th of January. So until then, we're going to talk today, our very last college football show today, about the upcoming championship game between Indiana Hoosiers and the Miami Hurricanes. It's going to be a very interesting game, and we'll discuss the games, the Ole Miss game versus Miami, and last night's Indiana game versus the Oregon Ducks. And so we'll talk about that in a few minutes. First, we're in the Mata Heating and Air Conditioning Studios, 724-2010-500. Mata Heating and Air Conditioning, Western Pennsylvania's #1 heating and air conditioning company. You ought to call Mata today for all your heating needs. Also, snow melt and UV lighting. Call them 724-2010-500. Mata Heating and Air Conditioning. We are in Studio 10 here in Berlin, Maryland, just outside of Ocean City, Maryland. All right, we're also sponsored by Mike Dotson Realty, Ocean City, Maryland, 410-596-1681. Mike Dotson Realty. Call today for your short-term rental, any kind of a rental, or a real estate need. Please give Mike a call, 410 area code 596-1681. Mike Dotson Realty. And our new sponsor, the Bonfire Restaurant. I got to tell you, the Bonfire Restaurant, Ocean City, Maryland, they're closed for the month of January, reopen in February. And let me tell you something. When they reopen, go check out the Bonfire. Oh, my gosh, the food is so good there. It's a buffet-style restaurant. All-you-can-eat crab legs, prime rib, carved ham, the mashed potatoes, lobster ravioli, catfish. If I name the whole menu, we'll be here all day. So check out the Bonfire in Ocean City, Maryland. Call 410-524-7171, Bonfire Restaurant. All right. We also have a couple new sponsors coming up next week. So make sure you tune into that as well. All right. I want to say good morning to all of our fans out there on the Sports Nuts Network and those tuning in on the Tiger Nation Network and also our friends in Hawaii. I want to say aloha to them as well. And this show will be on the radio stations that sponsor us later on today. All right. Let's see what we have here. PENSMAN, are we okay on these here today?
Yeah,
on these comments?
you're good. You're good.
All right, good. I just want to make sure we're good on these comments. All right.
Okay,
what do we got here? Breaking news coming from the Sports Nuts that Matt Ryan is new director of football operations for the Atlanta Falcons. That's some great news there. Thank you, Brandon Keeler, for that. And also want to thank Brandon Keeler for letting us broadcast this on the Sports Nuts Network as well. All right. Okay. Also, real quick here, Kevin Stefanski is interviewing for the Baltimore Ravens job. We'll talk about all that coming up sometime or next week about these coaching things tomorrow. The Baltimore Ravens are interviewing like 5 different candidates tomorrow, but we'll let that's NFL. We'll let that go. Today, we're here to talk about college football. We're going to wrap up our season here on the College Football Show. We're going back to the Saturday Sports Show, which will be again at 10 a.m. here on our social media platforms as well. And that's next week, starting next week, the Saturday Sports Show. All right. Okay, what do we got here? Well, I can't read that, so who cares?
He said, hi, I'm new to the channel.
Yeah, I got you. All right, no problem. All right, PENSMAN Sports. Let's get started with you.
I'll take care of the chat. So,
all right, that's fine. All right, PENSMAN Sports. We'll start with you. Good morning. Welcome to the show, and tell everybody they can get a hold of you and what's going on.
Well, I'm in a good mood. The Steelers won the division. They played Monday night, and the Yankees are about ready to make some moves, and they play February 20th in spring training. So New York Yankees are going to try to win their 28th championship. They've been searching that for 16 years. So this is a big, 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 big year for them. So that's what's going on with me.
And SPORTZNUTZ said, Oregon, what happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Bryan, Pettit, Tiger Stripes Media, SPORTZNUTZ Network. PENSMAN's also part of SPORTZNUTZ as well as myself and Brandon Keeler, and we're all part of the SPORTZNUTZ Network as well. Bryan, good morning, welcome, and tell everybody how they can get a hold of you and what's going on with you this morning.
Nothing, pretty much. Just woke up about an hour and a half ago, so it's been kind of one of them mornings. I had to make a little bit of coffee from here and for the one of the kids. So yeah, it's nice to be here once again. A long night last night. I did the reaction to the game last night, so it was wild and crazy. I didn't think Oregon came out like that. So Indiana looks pretty strong on offense and defense wise. So
yeah, they do. My prediction is, and it was true, Indiana and Miami. I didn't expect Miami to make it where they are. There were too many crystal ball specials this year, and I thought that there was a few of them this year, and I didn't think they were going to make it. But I was wrong, and when I'm wrong, I admit I'm wrong. So I want to let everyone know that as well. All right, but I was wrong on that one. So it's now Miami versus Indiana. I'm sorry, PENSMAN. Sorry, PENSMAN. Go ahead.
How about Fernando Mendoza? Yeah, how about Fernando Mendoza last night? He went off. He played his heart out last night. 5 touchdowns last night.
That's a Heisman Trophy winner right there. When you can go and play in a bowl game and win it, and then go to this game and go to the championship. You know what? If he has a championship to his resume, do you realize going into the NFL how he's going to go? I mean, he's already predicted to go to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, that's a good resume right there. Here's your championship. Let's go, send you Las
Vegas. Yeah, I heard he's going to play behind Kenny Pickett. Will probably get cut again, so we'll see. Anyway, let's get started with you, Bryan. You did the game last night, Oregon and Indiana. What are your thoughts on this game? I put a text on our group text. I have a pretty good idea why Oregon didn't show up last night. I've been hearing stories about Dan Lanning's attitude. You know, I heard here he's very, very arrogant, and I guess the players felt that they just didn't show up last night. What do you think?
Well, you got the four. You got I'm going to call them the four-headed monsters. You got also the quarterback Mendoza. You got actually 5. Actually, you got Mendoza at quarterback. Then you got Black at receiver. Then you got Hembley, and then you got Martin. Also on that side, you got Cooper, who made a heck of a catch. Also, you got Scarlett back there, and you got Beck, Northcheck. That's the tight end. They're loaded, and also their defense is very strong. I mean, they just ran right over, Oregon, and it was just one of those things where it just came to head, and that's why the score is so crazy, like 56-22. So, this is going to be a dogfight for Miami to get done. I don't know. They are set. IU is a 7-point favorite right now. So we're going to see what happens. Anything can happen.
Yeah. This is going to be an interesting game. Miami's defense versus a high-powered Indiana offense who seemed to be able to move the football pretty good. PENSMAN, your thoughts on this game last night? Then we'll go into Ole Miss versus Miami.
I think it was a great game. Oregon did show up, but Indiana was more prepared. If Oregon was playing like Penn State or Clemson or something, it would have been dominant. But what Kirk had them set up, it was perfect. He had a perfect game plan. They dominated both sides of the field, both sides of the ball. It was just a great game for Indiana. I think they're going to win the championship now.
I believe. No, go ahead, Bryan.
I was going to tell you, Ralph, 2 weeks ago, you remember when I said that Indiana was actually going to take them all the way? Do you remember that when I told you that Indiana was going to win the championship?
Yes, you did. You did say that, Bryan, and I will give you credit for that. And I think I even said it myself that I thought that we were going to be that Indiana was going to make it all the way. After I saw them play in a bunch of these games before the one last night, I said that they were also going to be able to win these games. So it's actually pretty good, and I'm glad that that they won. I want to see Kurt Signetti, who's from Pittsburgh. His family is from Pittsburgh. His dad, he coached under his father and his brother Frank Signetti. They all coached at the Indiana University of Pennsylvania. So, they all coached there for years, took them to championships. Then Kurt Signetti went to coach James Madison, took them to FBS or whatever their bowl game is there or whatever they do. And, now they're still prominent there at James Madison. And now Bill Napier is the new head coach at James Madison. So just to let everyone know that. He came from Florida, and he did an average job there. So we'll see where that goes. All right. This next segment, we're going to talk about Ole Miss versus Miami. But first, we have to pay a few bills here. And here we are, Highway Radio Hits. Don't forget, tune in to me on Thursday, 1 to 3 p.m. for Highway Radio Hits. I'm on there as DJ Fun, my DJ name, playing some great music for you. Highway Radio Hits. You also request songs. And we also have a bunch of great DJs that are on there as well. But I'm on every Thursday, 1 to 3 p.m., Highway Radio Hits. Also, for this segment, it's brought to you in part by North American Millwright Construction and Contracting. Call North American Millwright today if you live in Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, or Maryland, New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Virginia. American Millwright Construction and Contracting, 410-388-9870. That's 410-388-9870. North American Millwright. Call them today. All right. Okay, they're the sponsor of this next segment here. Ole Miss versus Miami. Miami came to play Ole Miss with an interim coach. I'm surprised they made it where they did, based on the fact that Lane Kiffin pulled out. I got to give them credit for that, for at least taking them where they needed to be. So, but anyway, your thoughts on this game, PENSMAN, start with you. Ole Miss versus Miami.
Miami is a very, very scrappy team. They are going to get you until the whistle stops. They are going to come at you hard. They're going to come at you fast. But like I said, Monday, when the championship game happens, I think Indiana has it. But give it to Ole Miss. Ole Miss did give it an attempt. I'm just saying that they played good, but Miami, they're just more scrappy, and they came prepared. So,
oh yeah, absolutely. I have to give it to Mario Cristobal. His team came and played, and it's gonna be a scrappy game on January 19th, which happens to be Martin Luther King Day on the 19th as well. So I just want to let everyone know that's a federal holiday. Banks and post offices and whatnot will be all closed up. Public works employees around the country probably will not be working that day as well. So just to everybody to have a reminder for that. But that's a Monday night. That'll be on. It's going to be interesting to see this game and where this game goes. The end of the college football season. It was an interesting season this year. Interesting playoff. Teams involved. A lot of them some of them got blown out. Others, some of these games were dogfights. Brian, your thoughts on this year's college football season? What were your thoughts on the bowl season and also on the championship playoffs?
The first of all, on the Miami game.
Yeah, go ahead. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, you're okay. We always talk about the ins and outs of the games. But think about this, Ralph. You got Carson Beck, who came from Georgia last year.
Yes, right.
So if Carson Beck was at Georgia, you think Georgia would have been in this situation instead of Miami?
Yes, but Georgia would have been in this situation. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so my point is on being on that one, I think that Carson Beck has made this turnaround against, this team, Miami, and that's why they look so good, because Carson Beck could be a first rounder too if we just give him some more time.
Yeah.
He could be a late or a first early round, but he could throw the ball like Mendoza can too. I mean, he's got a good zip,
Yes, he does.
So I think that's why they're actually winning it, because of Carson Beck, and then you got some good Fletcher out there. You got as a good runner back. I mean, he gained on that game on Ole Miss, and Ole Miss is not a slouch team on defense, and he gained his yards was like 133, for rushing yards.
Right.
So I mean that's another one you got to watch out. So and everybody's talking about the penalty. Could it have been a flag or not? So on that last play.
Right, exactly. And I got to tell you, this year's college football season was not a bad season, but we saw the fall of some great teams. Alabama.
Yeah.
We saw the fall of Oklahoma. We saw some other teams that actually that have been good in past. Georgia. I told everybody about Georgia, and nobody believed me when I said that they're in too many dogfights. And when you get into too many close dogfight games, Ohio State the same way, you're not going to be able to win in the championship game. You have to dominate and blow some teams out in order to make it. And so. But go ahead, Pensman. Your thoughts on this year's college football season this year?
You forgot about the fall of the Ohio State Buckeyes.
The Ohio State. I forgot to say the Ohio State Buckeyes. That's right.
And Ralph, in another one. What about this? For the past 2 years or 3 years, where's the SEC? Look at that. Exactly. Where have they gone?
Yes.
I mean, you got no ACC. I mean, you got one ACC. You got the Big Ten. Where is the SEC at?
The SEC was a strong conference at one time, Brian. I mean, you had Ole Miss, you had all them teams, and Ole Miss is in it, but that was in it.
Yeah.
But that's it. And the Big Ten, how about them? I mean, Oregon, Indiana. I mean, that was an interesting game from when they played against each other in the Big Ten. And, and so that's a strong conference. ACC, I think, did pretty decent this year. I mean, there were some teams that snuck in there. How about Duke? I have to give Manny Diaz a lot of credit. They made it to the championship game. They got kind of lucky, but they made it to the, and I've said this many times, it's better to be lucky than good. And they were lucky. They got into that game because Virginia lost, laid an egg. And, so we'll see where the ACC and the Big Ten go in this upcoming season coming up this year. And we're going to talk about our respectable teams here, some transfer portal stuff going on as well. Michigan, Clemson, Pitt. We'll talk about those teams as well. Pitt lost their kicker this week, Barkowski. The other kicker that was on the team, he's gone as well. And a bunch of guys are transferring, but they're bringing guys in as they go out. It's a big revolving door when you have the transfer portal and this NIL and all this other nonsense going on in the NCAA. Until they structure it, it's not going to change. Brian, Clemson, what's going on with them? I'm sure they have some guys transferring in and out. What's going on with them?
I'm counting them right now. By the way, they have 8 portal guys that actually came in committed to Clemson. So they are actually doing that on that. And they have, listen to this, Ralph. On the portal, they have defensive end, defensive line, safety, corner, safety, linebacker, corner, linebackers. And that's what they have so far. They have like 9 players. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 8 players that they got in the portal, and it's all because of Allen, the defensive coordinator.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's 8 players that committed, and now they're on the portal. So, yeah, that's what they got, though.
Yeah, I think Dabu Sweeney needs to really recover this year. He's got to do something.
If you look at them, there's a freshman, sophomore, junior, sophomore, freshman, sophomore, redshirt freshman, junior. So that is, and some of them are actually really good, is what I've heard. So there's no offensive, but Allen's getting them done at the defensive end in the portal. So there's some more that could be coming up soon.
All right. Oh, one thing I want to add here before we get to PENSMAN. SPORTZNUTZ Network recently just won 2, and I repeat 2, iHeartRadio Awards. And I want to congratulate them for that. SPORTZNUTZ Network. We're all part of this here. So, I want to thank them for letting us broadcast here on the station as well. All right. Don't forget later on this afternoon on 1250 AM, The Answer in Pittsburgh, 92.5 on the FM dial and TheAnswerPGH.com. The Sports Corner radio show with me, Ralph Williams, Smoke, and Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, Luther Dupree. we're going to break down the Steeler-Ravens game. We're also going to talk about the Texans game on Monday night, and we're going to talk about fired coaches in the NFL, several of those as well. We might get into a little bit of that today, despite the fact we're talking about college football, because we're not doing anything in the next couple of days, because of the Steeler game on Monday night. And, we all have other obligations tomorrow, so we're not going to be doing anything on the NFL front. I might come on and do an NFL show or something tomorrow. But
hey, Ralph, I did find out something about Garrett Riley. That there was reported yesterday on three their sports thing on feed that he is actually going to try to do the offensive assistant at Missouri.
Oh, okay. At Missouri.
Yeah,
okay.
Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri.
Missouri.
Missouri, whatever.
Oh, yeah, whatever it is. But
yeah,
no,
whatever.
he's going to try to be the offensive coordinator there.
Yeah, like Archie Bunker used to say, Reverend Felcher, Belcher, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, all right, Pensman, go ahead. Michigan. What's going on with Michigan?
Justin Hayes might be being transferred. Bryce Underwood might be being on the transfer portal, but we'll see what happens. We can get players. We'll see what happens. We'll figure out who our coach is first of all. Let's see how Winningham does. So we'll see what happens with that. We got a new offensive coordinator, so we'll see how he does. But we'll see what happens. We got a couple good players. We got a scrappy edge tackler, so we'll see how he does too. So I'm looking forward to it. See what happens. There's still moves to be made here, so I'm excited.
Oh yeah, so am I.
They need to clean up because they've been in the news lately, so they need to stay out of the news.
Oh yeah. Pitt lost another defensive tackle to parts of the transfer portal. Seems like Kenny Johnson, one of our top receivers, he's gone to. Eli Holstein, who was supposed to be the starting quarterback this year, kind of stunk up the joint. And then Cade Bell and Pat Narduzzi had it out over Mason Heitchel. Heitchel was better than Eli Holstein in spring and throughout the entire training camp. And Narduzzi insisted on going with Holstein. You see where that led. We lost the West Virginia game because of that. So, I mean, and Narduzzi's stubbornness. He lost Randy Bates to retirement. He lost his special teams coach, and he lost his linebackers coach to other teams. But he has hired some guys and bringing them in. And it looks like, as far as I can tell, it seems like Narduzzi will be back for another season because transfer portal and stuff like that. So I'm going to come up with a song and called 8-4 Pat. Pat Narduzzi, 8-4 every year, 8-4. So
here we go.
That's where
here we go.
That seems like that's where Pitt wants to be. I mean, it seems like they're satisfied with 6-5, 8-4. These little dinky bowl games, good for them. But to me, as not only as someone who reports Pitt, who's watched Pitt over the years, I watched Dan Marino play there. I was at the 24-24 tie game at Pitt Stadium between Pitt and Penn State. I've seen a lot of Pitt games over the years, and I got to tell you, this is bad for Pitt. They haven't been good since Jackie Sherrill and Dan Marino and all that stuff. So until they become prominent again, they're just going to be mediocre at 8-4. And I guess the alum and I suppose the athletic department, all the way to the chancellor, I guess they're satisfied with that. So that's fine. They can be as satisfied as they want. We're going to find out what happens with Jeff Capel at the end of this season, the men's basketball coach as well. He's supposed to be getting fired. The women's basketball coach not doing so well either. They lost some games to some really bad Division III type teams. And, to me, that's unacceptable. But, so we'll go from there. I'll reach out to some of my alum friends and see what they can tell me. I got prominent guys that are on the alum committee. And I don't know if they pitched in to pay off Narduzzi's buyout contract, but I hear it's very high, thanks to Heather Like. And, so we'll go from there. But that's it for there. Anything else you guys want to talk about college football wise? Maybe we can get into some NFL here.
I'm good.
No,
I'm
Brian.
good.
I'm good.
All right, Brian. I know the game was a slaughter last night, pretty much. What did you see in this game that Oregon? It looks like they didn't show up. Was it because of what I mentioned earlier about how arrogant Dan Lanning is, and maybe his players just decided not to show up? What are your thoughts on this game last night? I mean, as far as like Oregon.
Well, what I saw is Indiana blitzing a lot. They didn't blitz. I mean, they didn't really kind of blitz, but they did actually get their hands. They're a scrappy team. Indiana, I mean, made a lot. It looked like Oregon was disrupted of their defense, of Indiana's defense, and it caused a lot of confusion. And it showed last night. Dante Moore, I mean, he had 2 fumbles, and they had a block punt yesterday. So I mean, I think Indiana just came out and punched them in the mouth. And
Right. Yes.
In the first series, Oregon was there, and all of a sudden there's a pick 7, and it just snowballed from there. They couldn't get it back, and I think that's what. Even though this went up 7-7, Indiana just took control because it was just crazy.
Well, let me ask you guys this, and we'll start with PENSMAN here. What are your thoughts on the draft as far as like Carson Beck, Mendoza? We know Mendoza's going to go to Las Vegas. Ray has. I'm hearing stories now. The Steelers are looking at Carson Beck. I also heard that they're looking at the Moore kid from Oregon. What I saw last night, I don't think the Steelers should even try to go for Moore if he's available. I don't even know if he'll be available. If I know some desperate team that needs a quarterback that's picking in the top 10, like the Cleveland Browns or something, they're likely to take that guy. When I saw last night, I'm not comfortable with him being a Pittsburgh Steeler. So I feel more comfortable with Carson Beck if we could get him. If he has a good game against Indiana, I don't see us getting Carson Beck. I see him going in the top 10 as well. Where do you see these quarterbacks going? We'll start with you, PENSMAN.
Okay, I'm a Steelers fan, but I do other teams as well. But I don't think the Steelers need a quarterback. I want them to concentrate on wide receiver. But we have Will Howard, we have Mason Rudolph. That's number 1. That's number 2. But stay away from quarterbacks. Omar Khan, you drafted Pickett, bad. You got this guy, bad. You just stay away from quarterbacks for right now. We have Will Howard. He knows.
Well, if Rodgers comes back too, we have to see where Rodgers does.
Yeah, but we need. So. I got Mendoza going to the Raiders. Obviously, I got Carson Beck if he has a bad game. I have him going to Atlanta. I just don't see. That's what I think. So.
Is Atlanta willing to take him? Because don't forget they have Penix, and I think they still have what's his face there too, the big man with
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins,
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. They still have him. They're still
Kirk
still
Cousins
paying
might be
him.
Kirk Cousins might be leaving. He has till March 13th if he wants to go or not.
That's interesting.
So we'll see what happens.
I'd be interested to see where he goes. Somebody's looking for a veteran quarterback.
Yeah, no.
So we'll see what happens with that. Brian, your thoughts on where some of these quarterbacks could go?
Well, if you look at the draft here, I mean, you're going to have looking at the quarterback, you're going to have Dante Moore, and they're rating him right now on the draft thing is a 98 out of 100, and then you go down there and let's see, where's he at? Ty Simpson, that comes out. He's a 98. So there's just some good quarterbacks that you can pick from that's actually pretty much graded in their 80s right now. So Mendoza is there too. He's at 89.5 rating right now. So, and there's some of the things that he's 200. Listen to this one. Mendoza is 225 pounds, 6'5", and his 40 speed is a 4.85. So that's pretty good speed right there for a quarterback, And he gets out of the pocket. And Ralph, he's got a tight spiral. If you haven't looked at his tight, and he can throw it about anywhere he wants to, So I think some of these quarterbacks are going to go in the first round or second round. I don't see.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I have Dante Moore here. I have Mendoza. They also have
got
Ty
Moore.
Simpson.
I
Don't
got
forget
Moore
about.
going-
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Go ahead, Pensman.
I got more going in the 4th or 5th round after last night's performance.
Yeah, I think he'll slide, and I think he'll slide. But we have to see. The Steelers got to get a commitment from Aaron Rodgers, because if they can't get a commitment, if they get a commitment from him, and he says I'm not staying, because the rumor I'm hearing right now is that he wants Arthur Smith out the door, and if the Titans take Arthur Smith as their head coach, they're supposed to be interviewing him after the playoffs are expunged, or maybe during the playoffs. They've already given the Titans permission to speak to him. So with that, and I say if, please everybody get that priest who blessed the stadium for last week's game, get him to bless us that Arthur Smith moves on. All right. That Arthur Smith moves on. Because if Arthur Smith moves on, Aaron Rodgers comes back, the Steelers don't have to worry about their quarterback situation. But if Aaron Rodgers goes, all right, we may have to go into the draft. And if Moore falls, the Steelers might be scooping him up, and that could happen. But there's Musmeyer here too, and don't forget you got this kid here. Let me see if I can see this here.
Hey, Ralph.
You got John Mateer. You got him from Oklahoma. I mean, he had a solid year. How about this kid from Clemson here? What's this? Kalubnik. Yeah.
Yeah, he's ranked 7th in the picks.
Right. So Stockton, you got some, not a bad class, but I'm not saying it's the best class. And if Arch Manning comes out, we don't know what he's going to do yet. So, is he going to stay another year at Texas? I think he's overrated. He needs a year or two more seasoning before he comes out. He had a mediocre year this year, was kind of half and half. So, but
unless he plays Michigan and he shows up all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for your comments today. I want to thank everyone for participating in the show today. All those out there listening and watching on our radio station platforms, and also on our social media platforms as well. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to all of our platforms here. The Sports Nuts, Brandon Keeler. Also, don't forget about PENSMAN Sports here and Brian Pettit. Like and subscribe. We're also on Instagram, TikTok. We're also on the Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter X as well, and Kick platforms. And don't forget the return from now. Also, the return this Wednesday of the Ralph's Opinion Show. Here we go. All right, and also don't forget tomorrow. Don't forget tomorrow, 10 a.m. At the Ralph Williams Show. My guest, Tony Moreno, former Republican candidate for mayor of the city of Pittsburgh. And Tony tells all. Tony tells all tomorrow. So don't forget, 10 a.m., 1250 The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. And then also Wednesday, here we go. All right, don't forget to tune into my Philadelphia show on WWDB 860 AM, the Ralph Williams Show. We have a really hot topic to talk about Wednesday, and that's about this ICE stuff. Wait till you hear what Philadelphia's law enforcement officials are saying, just like everybody else around the country. Some of these cities are saying they don't want ICE in their community. You'll get my opinion on Wednesday at 3 to 4 p.m. on WWDB 860 AM, Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, the city that's welcomed me on weekdays. And I want to thank them for that as well. Beasley Entertainment for letting me do that as well. All right, guys, do you have any final thoughts on anything you want to talk about college football? And then we'll shift into a little bit of NFL here. We have a lot of time left in the show here. We'll talk a little bit of NFL here on the college football show, the final college football show of this year. We'll be back next year for that. We're going to go back into the Saturday sports show starting next week at 10 a.m. So, Brian, we'll start with you. Any final thoughts on college football? Anything you want to add?
And I want to say one last thing.
Go
The committee actually got it right this time. Finally, they got it right.
Yes, they did.
They did.
And, you know, I took a lot of heat. I took a lot of heat when I said James Madison deserves to be in it. I took a lot of heat when I said a lot of some of these other teams deserve to be in it. Notre Dame had a cheesy schedule. They didn't deserve to be in it. And, you know, they got canceled out. Some other teams got canceled out. Too bad. So sad. And, you know, it was nice to see some different teams in there this year that actually got some justice that they haven't gotten in the past. PENSMAN, go ahead.
I don't know if you guys agree with me, but this is my take that I think the bowl games was exciting. There was a lot of upsets. My team included, Ralph's team included, Brian's team included. Our teams made the bowl, but we got upset. But I'm talking about it was exciting. It wasn't pure dominance. So I give college football committee credit for putting these bowl games. There was a couple upsets, and I was excited about how the bowls turned out, even though our teams lost.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm very, very. You know, despite the fact that our teams lost, there were some competitive bowl games. I mean, you know, 13-0. You know, there was a couple that were slow, and there were some blowouts. I mean, it was kind of 50-50 this year, but the bowl games are always exciting. A lot of times they can be. I think we're a little more excited this year because they waited until for the transfer portal until after your bowl game was satisfied, which they finally got that right this year, the NCAA. All right, let's go into a little bit of NFL. We have some action coming up this week. Steelers are playing Monday night against the Houston Texans as part of Monday Night Football on ESPN and ABC, I believe. And the Steelers are underdogs by 3 points at home against the Texans. Texans have a very good defense. And the only reason we're talking it right now, folks, is because PENSMAN, Brian, and myself or will be doing some other we have other obligations this weekend. I may come on and do a NFL post game for Sunday's playoff games, but I haven't decided whether I'm going to or not. So we'll see for Sunday's games because it's going to be Wild Card Sunday and also Monday as well as it leads into the Steelers and the Texans. What do you think? How about this Carolina? How about San Francisco has to go to Carolina, Brian? What's the story on that one?
I thought they played the Eagles this week.
Or the Eagles? Yeah, I'm sorry.
They're playing the Eagles.
Not the Eagles. Who's going to play Carolina? Somebody. I'm trying to remember who's going to play Carolina this week. Carolina Panthers.
I think the Rams, but I'm not sure.
The Rams, yeah. Rams got a really good record here. Carolina should be playing them in L.A. I don't understand this one.
Yeah.
I mean, Carolina's 8-9. I mean, but they slid in there because
8-9.
8-9. Hey, you know what? I got to give Dave Canellis credit. He won 5 games last year, and this year he won 3 more games. So that's improvement. I mean, I don't care if you win 1 more game; it's improvement. He's improved that team. He's got them into the playoffs. So what if it's 8-9? Who cares? He's in the playoffs, and we'll see where Carolina goes this week against the Rams. They could upset them. I picked them in an upset. I think it could happen.
Yeah,
but
I think the scariest team is right now. You think about this. This is going to be a good one to watch tomorrow afternoon. Buffalo at Jacksonville. That's actually going to be a real good game. I think there's going to be a lot of people there, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's an upset. I think Jacksonville could have win because they are actually the hottest team in National Football League right now.
Yeah, Jacksonville is right now. Buffalo's kind of sliding in and out.
Yeah.
They've been, they're kind of unpredictable right now. Which Josh Allen shows up, which Buffalo Bills team shows up, that kind of thing. And that's how it's been for the Bills this year. PENSMAN, go ahead. Your thoughts on these games?
I think San Francisco and Philly are going to be good. We'll see how Brock Brady plays. Tom Brady Jr. I think Jacksonville's going to be a good game. Tonight, the Packers and the Bears play tonight, so we'll see what happens with that. We'll see if Jordan Love can come back. We'll see how Caleb
I'm
Williams does
interested to
in
see
his
what
first
Ben
experience
Johnson
in the
has
playoff.
out up for him. I'm interested to see that what Ben
too.
Johnson and the
But
Bears have.
I just want to see. I just want to see how Caleb Williams does on that. And I got a comment that says "Fly Eagles, fly." Okay, so we go there.
Fly Eagles, fly.
We'll
Yeah, there you go. That's my Philly fans. Yeah, that's right. Let me talk to you. What do you want to talk about here? All right. Oh, comment section wide open.
Trevor Lawrence is a stud. Yeah, he is. I think he recovered nicely from. I think he recovered nicely from that concussion. That a concussion can either make you or break you, and I think that concussion made him.
I think it's the whole.
I think it's coaching of Liam Cohen. I think
Yes,
Liam Cohen, as a new rookie coach, and you got to look at some of these rookie coaches this year. How about Ben Johnson with the Bears? And then you have yes, go ahead, PENSMAN.
I want to talk about a non-playoff team, and I want to give credit to Keelan Moore for the New Orleans Saints. He finished strongly.
Yes, he did. And there were some upsets this year. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Kellen Moore didn't do bad.
His record could have been better if they figured out what they figured out in the end, if they did at the beginning of the season.
Okay, here I got a tough question for you guys. All right, a real tough question. Let's start off with
Jalen Hurts is getting his second ring this year. I don't think so. Not this year. Not this year.
The NFC's tough this year. We're going to find out. The Rams, you got the Panthers peaking. You got the Seahawks. You got a bunch of teams in here. Seahawks, yeah. The Seahawks have really not. No one's really talked about them that much. And I mean, and Sam Darnold hasn't done too bad.
That's perfect. That's perfect. That means they're sleeper. They can just sleepwalk right through the Super Bowl.
They could be the dangerous team, just like they're saying the Steelers are the dangerous team in the AFC right now. So I mean, we'll see what goes on with these playoffs.
He said hide and watch.
Hide and watch. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
We'll see.
Yes, absolutely. We will. We will find out what's going on with some of these games. That's why they play the game, as they say. But we'll go from there. All right, let's take a look at the teams that need coaches. This week, Mike McDaniel got fired. No one expected that because there were rumors that he was involved in the GM search in Miami. Who goes to Miami? Brian, start with you. Who goes to Miami? Go. Who do you think's going to get that job?
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it's a Harbaugh. He's going to go. I think he's going to go to Harbaugh. I think there is 85% that he'll go to Miami because they haven't said anything, but it's kind of been under the rug about it, and that was kind of weird how Miami kind of fired him. I think he'll go to Miami. So.
Yeah, I didn't expect Mike McDaniel to go. That was kind of a late thing, and so it was kind of unexpected. Everyone else fired their their coaches, and John Harbaugh from the Ravens after the Steeler loss and whatnot. I heard he lost his team. I'm going to get a guy on this Tuesday. I'm working on getting a guy on, Mike Sisak, who covers the Ravens for Amped Up Sports. I'm working on getting him on. The Commanders didn't have a good year this year either. He covers the Commanders as well. So I might have him on Tuesday on a Sports Corner show, see what's going on with this stuff here. John Harbaugh, the Ravens fired him. Who do the Ravens take? I hear they're interviewing a bunch of guys tomorrow. I heard Brian Flores, Kevin Stefanski. They're interviewing a few other people. Your thoughts, guys, on this? We'll go with you, PENSMAN. Who do you think Baltimore? Who do you think Miami, first of all? And then we'll go into Baltimore.
I think Robert Morris will be going to Miami.
Who?
I think that Robert Morris. Raheem Morris. I mean, not Robert.
Oh, Raheem Morris.
Yeah, I don't know why.
You really think Raheem Morris is going to be a head coach again?
Oh yeah.
Really?
He won four straight before he got cut.
Yeah, well, come on. I mean,
but I think Harbaugh's going to the Giants. Harbaugh and Jackson Dart. He's been doing research on Jackson Dart, so I think get Raheem out of my head. Get Harbaugh is. I think Harbaugh is going to the Giants because of Jackson Dart connection, and I think Brian Flores is going to the Baltimore Ravens. And Kevin
Flores
Stefanski,
could get that job.
and Kevin Stefanski might be going to Miami as well.
Well, I heard Stefanski is being interviewed tomorrow as well with the Ravens, and I also heard that Miami's going to interview him. Atlanta, I have no idea who Atlanta's going to hire.
Why? I have two things. Why would you go to your own division? You know what your division's you're capable of. You've been bad in your one division. Oh, let's go to the other team and see how I do. You're probably going to get the same result.
Yeah, exactly. Here's a job I don't know if anybody's going to want.
And then
how about the Arizona job?
And then the second thing is Pittsburgh fans here. My question is, do you think Patriots got playoff free card because of their schedule? Now they played as soon as we played, the Steelers played the New England Patriots. They turned it up a notch. Drake May had an awesome year. I won't be surprised if he's in the MVP candidate. So you got to give Patriots and their coach is who we thought they were.
Yes, right.
If you remember, he had a couple years in Tennessee, and he took them to the playoffs. Will they win the championship? I don't know. But I'm saying, but no, I don't think they got a free card because of their schedule. They just played. They could lose. They could have lost a bunch of their games, but Drake May went on to a different level. I don't know if San Francisco taught him well or what. I don't know, but I've never seen Drake May play that good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, New England's picked it up in a while, but what I want to know is Arizona, who takes that job? Oh, Cleveland, who takes that job? That's another job.
I wouldn't want to take if you were Cleveland or Arizona. I wouldn't want.
Deion Sanders got denied.
But I think it's a dumpster fire for both of those teams. I wouldn't want to be any close to that.
I heard Matt Nagy is interviewing for some jobs, offensive coordinator for Kansas City, former head coach of Chicago Bears, defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo for Kansas City is interviewing for a head coaching job as well. Where those guys will go is beyond notice. I don't know who's going to take the Cleveland job. That's a dumpster fire, and so is Arizona. So, I mean,
Brian DeBall.
Yeah. How about this one?
He's a good offensive coordinator. I mean, look what he did in Buffalo. I see him. No, wait. I'm sorry. He won't be going to the Steelers because he's too smart. He's smarter than Mike Tomlin. So.
Hey, Ralph, did you see where?
Say Brian DeBall, buddy.
Did you see where the Commanders actually try to interview Cliff Kingsbury for also the Titans too?
The Commanders fired him. Yeah, the Commanders fired him, and he's being interviewed for jobs now.
Yeah, the Ravens and the Texans. I mean, the Titans. Excuse me.
Titans. Yeah.
Yeah, Titans.
Titans. That's another dumpster fire there. I mean, even though you have Cam Ward, I mean, you got to get somebody in there with an offensive mind that can handle
Titans.
I want Arthur Smith. I want him to be the head coach here. I want him out. I mean, So
don't forget Atlanta
Arthur
too.
Smith to coach the Steelers.
Yeah, Atlanta too. That's another story.
Yeah.
Ralph, you want Arthur Smith to coach the Steelers?
No, I said I want him out. I want him out. I don't want him coaching the Steelers. I don't even want him coaching a youth football team. I don't even want him coaching nothing. He stinks. He's a horrible coach all the way around. If it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers this year, I don't think the Steelers would be where they are. Aaron Rodgers has had a really good season with the Steelers. And he sees the field. He looks like the captain of the offensive ship. And except for his helmet cam or his helmet speaker didn't work. And besides that, and loop-de-loop, missing that field goal last week. Steelers kind of got lucky. So,
I think that he had no issues. I don't think he wanted to hear Arthur Smith play the calls, so he wanted to make
no,
that fake.
I, I, I
Arthur
wouldn't
Smith,
deny that at all.
I can't hear
would
you.
not deny that at all. I can't hear you. That's too bad. Well, he probably did cancel him out, and I don't blame him because Arthur Smith is a horrible game planning coach.
Oh,
Bad.
is that what this button does? It turns you on and off. Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's actually an on-off switch in the helmet. I mean, but then he had to switch his helmet 3 times. I mean, that was the
sad.
interesting part,
All of his electronics goes bad.
Well, that's like that time when the Steelers played in Oakland, when they played the Raiders and they had issues with their shoes. I heard the equipment manager got fired right after that. So,
Huh?
Pittsburgh Steelers should hire Kalen Shepard, defense head coach coordinator from Detroit Lions.
Yeah, he's a good defensive coordinator. He is.
Anybody but Terrell Austin. Get Terrell Austin off.
Oh, yeah, he's got to get out. Well, if you're a Lions fan, Terrell Austin was defensive coordinator the first year Dan Campbell was there. Dan Campbell fired him right after the first season there. I mean, Terrell Austin was horrible there. And I will give you another thing. Terrell Austin was a candidate not once, but 3 times for a Pitt head coaching job. 3 times he was interviewed. So, but Terrell Austin, he needs to go.
Do you think the Browns will hire within the organization or not?
Nah, they're not going to hire within. Nah, okay. They're not going to hire within.
Okay.
No.
I
think Cleveland's going to have to go outside. They're going to have to get somebody in here that can put up with what they have. I mean, it's a dumpster fire, like Brian said. Cleveland and Arizona are the 2, and the Titans. Those are the 3 teams. Now Atlanta, at least Atlanta, you got a little bit of something down there. You got. The question is Cousins going to stay and Michael Penix? Those are your 2 key questions right there for Atlanta. Okay, and who's going to go? I'm hearing Belichick again. I'm hearing that story. I heard Atlanta.
Just hand it up. Just hang it up.
I heard that. Well, Belichick's
what you did. North
buyout's
Carolina
only 1.6 million. It's only 1.6 million. So,
what you did to Atlanta, what you did to North Carolina was disgraceful.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Wow. All right, guys, we're going to get ready to wrap up this edition of the College Football Show. We talked a little bit of NFL because this is our final college football show. We go back to the Saturday Sports Show effective next week, right here. Excuse me. Right here on the SportsNuts Network. A little frog in my throat. But anyway,
he does that.
We go back to our regular show
for tuning in.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in here on the SportsNuts Network and all of our other platforms, including the radio stations that this show will be uploaded onto as well, including Tiger Nation Radio and also the Hawaii Sports Network as well, and several other radio stations that we're involved in throughout the system here. The SportsNuts. Take a look at the ticker tape at the bottom there as well, and for information on the SportsNuts Network. Don't forget SportsNuts effective this week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I believe it is. We're going to have 3 shows instead of 2. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
7:30. Tune in.
Yeah,
hosted by Brandon Keeler. So make sure you check their shows out as well. And Brian Pettit, check out his live stream play-by-play. PENSMAN and I, if the Steelers move on, we'll probably be doing a game depending on what the schedule is. And next Saturday, we're going to do a NFL wrap-up, get ready to wrap up the first round of playoffs, and we'll talk about that as well. Baseball season starting up in February, hockey season. I've reached out to a hockey expert, and I'm hoping we can work.
Can I say one thing? Before we get off the air? The Pittsburgh Penguins are on a 6-game winning streak. They played at Calgary today and let's go for the jackpot 7. The jackpot 7.
I hear they could be in a wild card race here. It's looking like.
We just got to get through Philly. Philly needs to start losing.
Yeah.
Philly needs to start losing.
Yeah, I got to be careful what I say. The city of Brotherly Love is taking care of me, so I can't.
Yeah.
I got to watch what I say about Philly.
Ralph, I got an announcement too.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
That came out yesterday. Dun, 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 dun. No, just want to NASCAR, because NASCAR is coming up real quick. If anybody is certain, or NASCAR will announce the championship format for the 2026 and beyond Monday. That will be January the 12th. They'll have a press conference live on their stream from Concord, North Carolina, and they will air this on most of their networks at 3:30 p.m. They're going to see what they can do on that. Also, the NASCAR channel and the NASCAR YouTube page. So stay tuned to that. That's going to kind of interesting. Something they're going to change the format of the championship this year. So that's going to be a big press conference on that.
Yes, it is. And I have some news for Pitt. Kyle Lewis is participating in the Senior Bowl. He's a star linebacker for Pitt. He is going to be participating in the Senior Bowl. Also, head coaching interview. Todd Monken is interviewing for the Cleveland Browns job. So I just want to let everyone know that's coming. That's from the Cleveland Browns X channel. They're interviewing Todd Monken, who's the offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens. Also, let's see what else we have here. We have a few other things to talk about as well. Matt Ryan, SportsNuts reported, is going to be interviewing with the Atlanta Falcons to become their player personnel director, I believe, or general manager, something to that. Or no, actually player personnel director. He's going to be out of the booth and into the front office. So there you go. All right, guys. Score: Indiana versus Miami for the national championship, and then we're going to wrap it up here with our final thoughts. Go ahead, Brian. Give me a score. Who do you think?
I'm going to say, even though the Indiana is favored by 7, I think they'll win by at least 14. So, or it could be a little bit more the way they play in. I'm going to say 34-10.
Okay.
Indiana.
Okay, Brandon.
No.
What Brandon said.
Nothing. He didn't say anything.
No, Brian.
Yeah.
Brian.
Okay.
Yeah. 30.
Yeah.
34-10.
All right. PENSMAN, give me your closing thoughts, your score for the Indiana Miami game, and how people can get a hold of you and what you're up to. Go ahead.
42-28. Indiana wins. Mendoza gets the ring, gets the championship, and you can find me on YouTube at PENSMAN Sports and all social media platforms at PENSMAN Sports. I'm up to everything. I'm up to working with the SPORTZNUTZ. I do play-by-play with the Yankees, the Penguins, and the Steelers, and then I'll be starting up with Draft Nation as soon as they get a hold of me. So tune into that.
Also, I wanted to. Oh yeah, Brian Pettit, go ahead. How can people get a hold of you real quick?
You can find me on multiple platforms. Just type in Tiger Stripes Media and it should come up. Just look for the little logo that has a tiger and with the little thing. So I'm on most of social media. So yeah. Also, you can, if you want to email me, you can email me at Brian Pettit. That's with a Y, on radio, at outlook.com.
All right. You can my score is going to be Indiana 31 and Miami 17. That's my score. So I just want to let everyone know that one. And secondly, you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, X. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Tumblr. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on a lot of social media platforms. Check them all out. Please follow, like, and subscribe. And also, please help me get back up over 400 somehow or another. I lost about 20 followers, and my X channel's going up and down like a roller coaster here, or like a lift in a car. You know, your car always goes up and down on a lift. Yeah, so there you go. But anyway, I'm also part of the SportsNuts Network. As you know, we broadcast here in several radio stations across the country. Also, you can catch me on 1250 The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial on weekends. The Ralph Williams Show, Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Saturday, and Sunday 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And also the Sports Corner radio show 2 to 3 p.m. every Saturday afternoon. Catch it this afternoon, 12:50 a.m. The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial, 1250 the Answer. I'm sorry, the Answer, PGH.com. And don't forget Wednesday, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, WWDB 860 AM, the Ralph Williams Show, and also Highway Radio Hits. Catch me Thursday, 1 to 3 p.m. playing all your favorite music on Highway Radio Hits. Don't forget to catch me there as well. For Brian Pettit and PENSMAN Sports, I am Ralph Williams, and thank you. And we'll be back next week as the Saturday Sports Show, and I'm looking on getting Leo, find out what Leo Haggerty's up to, and we'll get him back here and get him on the show. Until next week, have yourself a great one, and thank you, and please, by all means, be safe.